Have you ever said, "What's in your mouth?" and gotten a proud little trot-away like it's a trophy? Have you ever opened the door and instantly regretted owning rugs? Or heard barking, checked the window, and realized your dog is beefing with a leaf? Yep, that's life with a cocker. They're sweet, cuddly, and ridiculously lovable. But they also come with a few habits that catch owners off guard, especially first-timers. So today, we're covering 9 bad habits of Cocker Spaniels all owners need to know. Number 1. The shadow dog routine. If your Cocker Spaniel could file adoption papers for your ankles, they would. Cockers love their people, and the clinginess can feel sweet until you stand up and hear the tiny follow-up footsteps every single time. Left alone too fast, that constant togetherness can flip into whining, barking, pacing, or DIY remodeling via chewing. In fact, one Cocker owner summed it up perfectly, saying, "Cockers are very much Velcro dogs who love their people, so they will likely be wanting your company and support when they're feeling stressed and unsure." That bond is part of the breed's charm, but it can turn into a real training project if your house is empty all day. So treat alone time like a skill, not a punishment. Start with absurdly small wins, like stepping out for 10 seconds, then 30, then a minute. Keep departures boring. Leave a stuffed Kong or lick mat, and save the big hellos for later. Teach independence now, and your Cocker can love you without melting the moment you leave. Number 2. The happy greeting with a side of pee. The door clicks open, your Cocker launches into full-body wiggles, and your floor immediately regrets its life choices. This one shows up non-stop in Cocker communities. Happy greetings can trigger it, nervous greetings can trigger it, and it's often worse when visitors lean in, squill, and hype them up like they're a celebrity. In an old thread about Cocker excited urination, one owner put it plainly, "Ha! I call it happy pee. I'm going to need to work on not giving him any attention when I get home, but it's just so hard to do." Why it's not for everyone is simple. It's messy, awkward, and people don't expect to be handed a paper towel instead of a handshake. However, there is a simple solution, which is exactly why it works great. First, take your Cocker out before guests come in. Then tell visitors to ignore them for a minute or two. Keep voices low, hands slow, and most importantly, greetings calm. And never scold them. Fear turns a little dribble into a whole situation. Number 3. The Puddle Finder 5000. Some dogs walk around puddles like they're lava. Unfortunately, that's not the case with these dogs. A Cocker Spaniel spots one and acts like they just found a VIP hot tub. Cocker owners joke that their dogs will locate water in places that do not even look wet yet. In fact, one owner wrote, "She has this uncanny ability to find water absolutely anywhere. It's like water and mud have a magnetic attraction to her." And yes, it's funny. Until the wet dog smell hits the hallway, your couch gets seasoned, and you realize damp fur plus grime can feed into ear and skin issues. Cockers already have those floppy ears that love to hold moisture, so the post-splash routine matters. Here's what to do. Go out with a long line and a solid "leave it" command, especially near swampy shortcuts. Pick routes that aren't basically a sponge obstacle course. Then make the front door a pit stop. Towel, quick paw wipe, and a fast ear check before your dog redecorates the house in swamp perfume. Do that every time, and you'll save your house from becoming a permanent wetland exhibit. Number 4. The stink roll ritual. Your Cocker Spaniel can walk past 10 normal smells and ignore them. Then find one patch of pure nastiness like it's a 5-star fragrance counter. It usually happens in the blink of an eye. 1 second, they're sniffing politely. The next, they're shoulder down, rubbing their face into something you absolutely did not approve. Then they pop up looking proud, like they just upgraded themselves. A Cocker owner on a forum joked, "Bob is very keen on eau de défense. It is without doubt the worst smell I have come across." This habit is not wipe the paws and move on. It's a full cleanup mission, and it always hits when you're already running late. Go out with a short leash in high-risk areas. sharpen the leave it command, and keep an emergency recall that rewards big. Keep towels and wipes by the door, because nothing says great walk like your dog proudly wearing fox poo as a signature scent. Number 5. The sock bandit hobby. You'll be folding laundry. You'll look down, and your cocker is already jogging away with a sock like they just robbed a bank. The worst part is the confidence. They don't hide it. They do the little victory strut through the living room, holding it up for everyone to admire. On one Cocker thread, an owner nailed the vibe saying, "Yep, I refer to socks as hors d'oeuvres." Which is funny until your dog decides the appetizer is also a chew toy. This can get stressful fast if they start grabbing underwear, kids' clothes, or anything they can swallow. Plus, chasing turns it into a game, and Cockers love games they can win. So cut the rewards. Use covered hampers, keep bedroom doors shut, and trade up the second they steal. Teach drop it with better prizes, not tug-of-war battles. And yes, they'll bring it out the moment company arrives. Of course they will. Number 6. Resource guarding with food, shoes, and stolen loot. The fastest way to meet your Cocker's inner dragon is to reach for the thing they decided is priceless. It might be a chew, a food bowl, or a stolen sock they grabbed like a trophy. Then you see the body stiffen, the head dip, maybe a low growl. In forums, owners talk about this like a Cocker thing because it pops up enough to feel familiar. In fact, one Cocker owner suggested, "Don't make an issue of it. Walk away and he'll leave it." In a house with kids or other pets, this is where people get in trouble because trying to prove a point can escalate fast. Play trade up instead. Offer something better, then calmly take the original. Manage high-value items so guarding moments are rare, not daily. And if you're getting growling or snapping, loop in a qualified trainer early. The goal is a dog who trusts you around treasure, not one who feels like they have to defend it. Number 7. Barking and alert reactivity. Silence is never just silence in a Cocker's mind. It's a mystery that needs commentary. So you're trying to work, cook, or relax, and your dog suddenly announces an emergency. A person walking by, a delivery truck 2 streets over, or maybe a shadow doing something suspicious on the wall. One English Cocker owner described it perfectly, saying, "Our younger girl is an absolute lunatic. The slightest unknown sound, the smallest thing going past the window, anyone coming within 20 meters of the house or garden, she picks up on the slightest thing and it sets her off barking." If you've got neighbors nearby, live in an apartment, or take calls from home, this barking can hijack your whole day. The goal isn't never bark, it's fewer false alarms. Block the window patrol with film or closed blinds, run white noise near the front door, and reward a quiet alternative like going to a mat. Add structured exercise plus sniff time too, because a satisfied Cocker has way less to report. When their brain finally gets a job, your eardrums finally get a break. Number 8. Sniffing obsession and the selective hearing recall. The leash clip clicks, your Cocker steps outside, and their nose drops like it's magnetized to the ground. At home, they'll come running. In the yard, they look like a little genius. Then one interesting smell shows up, and you're suddenly talking to the wind. In fact, one Cocker owner put it perfectly. "Everything will be perfect, and they'll be loyal and obedient dogs. Then they'll get a smell, and the ears suddenly stop working." That's why off-leash reliability can feel harder than people expect. It's not stubbornness. It's that sniffing is basically the reward. So your "come here" has to compete with whatever headline their nose just found. However, here's a good solution. Go long line first so you can enforce the cue without playing chase. Reward it like it matters. Then do the magic move. That is, rewarding the recall and releasing them back to sniff. Now, coming back doesn't end the fun. It's part of it. Once recall stops being the party pooper, your Cocker actually shows up to the party. Number 9. Steals first, thinks later. Counters surfing and food thievery. Your Cocker Spaniel hears the crinkle of a snack bag the way sharks hear a splash. This habit usually starts as just checking the counter. Then it turns into a full-on food heist because, well, it works. One stolen bite is a win, and wins make them try again and again. Owners have stories that sound like tall tales until you meet the dog. One cocker owner wrote, "He once stole a sausage that was actually cooking on the barbecue and ran off with it. Nothing is too dangerous to secure that snack." For some households, this becomes a daily management job, not a one-time lesson. So don't train on hard mode. Make stealing impossible while you teach new rules. Keep counters clear, lock food in bins with real lids, and use a strong stay command during cooking. Practice leave it with real-life setups, like food on a low table while you supervise. Do that long enough, and your cocker stops shopping on the countertops and starts waiting like a civilized little food critic. Hey, if you enjoyed this, you'll love this video here. And if you hit subscribe, I'll donate a meal to a rescue dog on your behalf.